welcome back guys, thanks for joining me for another beer review. Apologies if you're hearing noise, we've got a school just over the road and they seem to be coming out. It's finishing work time, so we've got a busy road behind us, so there is going to be a little bit of noise from cars, but hey ho, I want to sit in the garden and do a beer review. So what are we looking at in this one? We are taking a look at one of the beers that I got in the Beer Hawk beer journey box that I got from the Crate Escape. And as it happens, let me just say, I've been telling you on every review that I've done out of that box that the box cost me 20 quid for 20 beers and there was 4 gifts. As it happens, I just happened to look at the receipt the other day and I wondered why actually when I put the stuff through the till it was actually £4 cheaper than I thought it was, or it should have been. And I looked at the receipt and it turns out that box of 20 beers and 4 gifts coming in at £16, so an even better bargain, So like I say, we are taking a look at one of the beers that was in that box. So these are cost about 75p, if that's something like that. And this is a new brew. Well, let's say it's a new brew. It was a new brew when it was brought out on Perfect Draft from inbev. And I wasn't a massive fan of it on PD, if I'm totally honest. There was nothing really sort of wrong with it. It just, certain things in there didn't do it for me. But the beer we are looking at is InBev's version of Duvel, if you like. And we've got a bottle of Victoria Blonde. Cracking artwork. It's in a 330ml bottle, and this is coming in at 8.5%. This is a big old beast. So let me just show you. There we go. There's the bottle cap, real nice. Like I said, the label's real good. Yeah, and it's coming at about 75p, so it's out of that box. So there we go. I don't have a Victoria glass, unfortunately, so we're going to bang it in a Duvel glass. Let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Now, it's probably too warm. It's been in the fridge, but it's not on the coldest part of the fridge, but it's probably still colder than it should be. But we'll give it a go. It smells quite boozy. Like I say, on the PD, I wasn't a massive. It didn't beat Duvel for me on the PD, but it could be a total different drinking experience out of the bottle, as some of the beers have been. It's a beer in a glass. We've got a lot of carbonation. You're probably not seeing that. There's a lot of carbonation coming up the middle of the glass. I think it's nucleated. It's sort of that golden blonde looking colour that you expect from this style of beer. And we got a lovely compact, pure white head, really. It's pure white. Finger of white head on top. Looks really decent. So let's dive in on the nose. Like I say, it's supposed to be sort of InBev's version of Duvel, but Duvel takes some beating. So let's see what the bottle version does. Diving on the nose, I'm dry. Boozy on the nose, a little bit boozy on the nose. I think you didn't get that with the PD one. For me, it's got a lighter aroma with fruit notes. It's fruity. I'm going to say sort of apple and pear. There's even a little bit of banana in there, I think. We have a tickle of caramel. Now, I don't recall picking all them sort of aromas up in the beer myself. I'll have to watch my own video back, I think, see what I think. But yeah, smells all right. There is something that I don't know what it is. Not sure if it just smells funny, a little bit funny, or whether it's the sort of banana thing in there. Wow, yeah, when you swirl it, there's a massive banana milkshake thing. It's almost banana sweets, I would say. Anyway, let's stop sniffing. Let's dive in on InBev's Victoria Blonde Ale, coming in at 8.5%, 75 pence-ish, something like that, if you want to work it out. Cheers. Really nice, actually. It's exactly what I'm finding with these beers that have been on PD in the bottle. Some of these bottles are really, you know, do taste different, and in a few occasions Now, whether it's a slightly different thing with what we get in PD, but I wouldn't imagine so, I don't know. But they are tasting that little bit better. It does say on the bottle as well, 100% natural ingredients and re-fermented in the bottle. But let's crack on with the review. Body's nice. It's not too heavy. It's not too sticky. It's got a beautiful mouthfeel. The carbonation in this, tiny little bubbles that really do caress the inside of your mouth. I mean, for drinking experience so far, what I've had, it's fantastic. It is well carbonated, but they're not rough bubbles. They're not big rough bubbles, they're tiny bubbles that really are really smooth in your mouth. Lovely mouthfeel, like I say, nice and soft, well carbonated but soft carbonation. On the taste, the more you drink, see, I would say, yeah, the yeastiness is coming to the front now, that sort of yeasty Belgian blonde ale sort of taste that you get with every sort of Belgian beer. It was hiding for the first few mouthfuls. Now it's just coming to the front, but you're getting the flavours behind that afterwards. So it's yeasty, but you do get a little sort of like apple and pear sort of fruity note in there. A little bit of sweetness with it. You could say vanilla, sweetness, vanilla, caramel. I know they're two different sort of flavours, but it leaves that sort of sweetness of one of them for me. I think it's caramel, and what you get is a nice little banana sort of thing in the background. That is an epic drinking experience. That is fantastic. And like I say, from what I remember from the keg version, this is 10 times better. It really is. It'd be interesting. I don't know if Victoria keg is going to come back. I've got a feeling it isn't. I think when it was in, it sort of went and that was it. But certainly in bottle form, that is a joy to drink. For me, the ABV, there's a little sign of it in there, but not in a nasty sort of boozy way. You just know it's that little bit stronger, but it's a subtle sort of letting you know that it's there. So yeah, for me, and I've been, like I say, I've been massively impressed with a lot of the beers that I've had out of that box, and I wish now, to be honest, I wish now I'd bought about 5, especially, you know, knowing that they were only £16 at the time. But for me, if you get a chance to try Victoria Belgian Blonde in the bottle, definitely give it a go, because for me, that is brilliant. Is it better than Duvel? I wouldn't say it's better. I wouldn't say better or worse, really. It's got a few different notes in there. Both excellent beers in their own right. Maybe a little bit more complex, this one. Maybe a little bit more fuller or heavier. Depends on what you want. I find Duvel a little bit fruity and light and a nice real sort of summery drink. This just feels that little bit more fuller. Yeah, it's still a nice summery drink, but it's also that little bit sweeter. But for me, yeah, Victoria Blonde, like I say, 8.5% in a bottle is fantastic. So if you get a chance to get it, give it a go. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've had the beer before, let me know what you think. If you've had it on PD before and in bottle, let me know if you compared the two. Thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.